Hello, antique lovers and decorators. This is Deanna from Vintage Touch. Today, I'd like to invite you to come with me as I take you on a short tour of my dining room. Those of you who are familiar with my business and my YouTube channel know that I am partial to country primitives. So you will see some of those design elements that I have chosen and I typically have on display during the fall season in my home. So if you will join me, we'll begin the tour. Welcome to my dining room. This room has three doorways, a large one there, as you see the one I was just entering from, and the other one over here, along with the big cutout window there that goes from the dining room to the kitchen. And so that in itself becomes a bit of a challenge. This is a center room in the home. There's also a fireplace, but it is a nice large size, so that's a big help in whenever I decided on the placement of the furniture pieces. So I'm going to begin with the furniture itself. This is an oak table and 6 chairs here that are reproduction antique country primitive style, and it has a matching hutch here that I love this particular kind of hutch because it has the little buffet there that allows you to also use it for a lot of display. I'm going to just start right as I came around the door here, looking at the hutch. I love brown transferware, so I have a trio of plates there on the wall beside the hutch. You'll see a lot of basketry in this room. There's a nice large gathering splint basket there from the 19th century. On the buffet part of the hutch, I have an ironstone buttermilk pitcher there with some faux flowers that I think are muted colors that go well with this particular time of the year. I have 3 brown transferware plates in the background there. I have another market basket here full of rag balls that have blues and reds and so forth. I have another little brown transferware displayed here on one of those very tight woven braided little mats. This one has an unusual looped edge to it, but I have that little setting there. And I also have, I love collecting antique postcards, and this one is a Thanksgiving postcard, and I have it in a store display, a metal store display piece that was just ideal for the size of a postcard, and so that's what I use it for. I change those postcards around seasonally. I have my blue willow china in the cabinet itself. This is reproduction blue willow china because it is china that I do use, and it is dishwasher safe and all of that. And then on the top, if you can see, I have graduated size antique yellowware bowls and some greenery just to top that off at the top. Beside the hutch, I have a New York cobalt decorated large crock there that holds silver dollar, faux silver dollar flowers. This is an embroidery sampler, an ABC sampler. Now this one is not an antique, although it is in an antique frame. This is one that I did myself, and I'm quite proud of it actually. Excuse the glare I see that's in there, but I chose colors that I thought would complement with antiques. I have in this little corner here a tiny little Windsor back chair that's got its original green paint, and I just set another splint basket on it. There's another smaller splint gathering basket holding more rag balls, and another really small one there that you can't hardly see looking down on it, but that's what that is. And then moving past that first doorway that goes to the kitchen, I have a large stoneware crock there that's folk art decorated. This has got a seaside scene with a windmill on it. And the flowers that I chose for that complement that particular colors that are in that crock. And right above that on the wall, something I'm quite proud of. This is a 39-star parade flag. This is I have framed it in a antique frame, and I did embroidery on there right at the bottom that the year, which is 1889. Now this 39-star flag was not an official flag. By that I mean the year that they made that flag, they did bring in another state, number 40. So the manufacturer of that flag just got a little ahead of himself and had to go back and manufacture 40-star flags. So that one is a little bit hard to get. On the kitchen cutout here, if you can see, I hope that the glare isn't too bad from the outdoor light there. But I have different size of Towware tin lunch pails. These are from the 19th century, and if you can see the decorative detail on them, they have a lot of antique charm. So if you're looking for an antique element that works with your primitives, that would be one thing to choose. This piece here is a maple, I believe, little sideboard kind of table that I did buy from an antique store. It's got a lot of character to it, a character wear, which I really enjoy, the surface of it and all. And on this particular piece, I have an oil lamp with on another one of those little tight braided mats. There's an oiler that's a brass oiler. I love ironstone. That's another element for country primitives, and I have put some faux flowers in that particular ironstone pitcher. And again, look for the ones even with damage for things like flowers, because as you can see there, the handle is cracked and turned, and I hope you can see it, but right here along here. But that doesn't take away from the beauty of it. So in fact, I think it gives it a lot of character and charm. And here is another Thanksgiving postcard that I've got framed. I have even a smaller little Towware tin trunk or chest there. You can see it in terms of the size compared to the larger one up here. And I have it just sitting on another little antique straight back chair. That would be a doll size straight back chair. And sitting beside there is a mustard painted mid-19th century straight Windsor back with the arms there. Just love that old chair. And another stoneware crock. This one is a 2-gallon crock with the number 2 on the front. Okay, I'm going to go past the area that would go to my family room, and we're going to go over here to the fireplace area. I have a dog doorstop there with a woven market basket where I keep a collection of old magazines. I have an old sap bucket that's painted white with dried hydrangeas, and sitting beside that right now is an old smudge pot hanging from the mantel. I even have a decorative element using the old rug beater. And I have shown a video of this display here on my mantle, so I'll just give you like a little quick review because I do have a detailed video on this, pointing out that pewter is another strong country primitive element. Old books. This is my steeple clock running here today. You might hear the tick-tock. I have a group of German stick-legged foot sheep. That gives that little farm country element to the space, and another brown transferware plate with a mottled ironstone pedestal cup there sitting beside. And of course this is the fireplace front, and sitting beside that with fireplace tools is another basket. I said earlier that I have a lot of baskets in this room. On this wall, because it's just a plain large white wall, I chose a simple oak plate rack, and then I put in different examples of brown transferware plates. A couple of them match and some don't. I like the difference in them, and I think it really fills that wall very well. And when I get back over on the other side, I might give you a further away look at that so you can see how that looks. And then before we get to the table in the center, I have right here, just alongside of the doorway, this is an antique crazy quilt. This is in great fall colors. It's got the turkey track stitching on the top, as you can see, and I have it on a white quilt rack there. I change out the quilts different times of the year, and I love this one for the fall. Okay, now my table setting, like I said, it's an oak table. It's not antique, but it's country design. I have this long table runner that just goes down through the center. This is an antique piece, and as you can see, it's got beautiful muted colors. I love that. Right now I have a Thanksgiving cornucopia display there in the center of the table. And I pulled out this one chair so you can also see the chair pads. Again, I chose some of these. These are older chair pads. They've got the very muted colors in the rose pattern, and then they've got the edging is a red ticking, and the bow in the back is red ticking. So I'll pull back here and let you get a look at the dining room from this angle. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them at the bottom. I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. And also check my channel for other decorating ideas, because I have a number of videos on my channel using antiques in your decorating. So I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.